Hey friends, welcome back. Today I've got a package from Simon Says Stamp because, you know, it's Stamptember. So last year I only bought 2 sets of stamps. I bought the Brutus Monroe collaboration, which was the Holiday Gnomes, and then I bought the Tim Holtz stamp set, whatever that was, I can't remember. But this year has turned out to be a little more expensive for me. Listen, y'all know I live in Florida and I'm all about tropical Christmas and winter, right? Look at this set. You've got your palm tree, your sand snowman, Santa in a chair, a flamingo with reindeer antlers on. And I did all of the stamps with the dies because while I come from the age of fussy cutting, my eyes ain't what they used to be. So if I can not fussy cut, that's what I do. So here you've got the dies. We've got a die to cut out the palm tree, the flamingo, Santa, the snowman, and even the little Krabby Crab has a Santa hat. I mean, come on. This one is clearly besotted, so there's the dies. And this is just so stinking cute, little gnomes. Christmas with my gnomies. Then I did one Halloween one, Whimsy Stamp. Look, I need to go back and see if there were dies for that. Look at the little mouses. And little dies. And then I did get some sentiment. Got these Ilski, some just nice general ones. You got your holidays. Happy New Year. Oh, look, sending so much love. Here's so beautiful autumn. Just very useful. So we're going to make a card. And I think because it's, you know, almost Halloween, I'm going to use this one. These guys are so darn cute. Let me get ready. I'll see you in a minute. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to stencil bats onto this blue paper. So I'm just going to put this on here about like that. I'm not too concerned about it being perfect because it's just going to be background. I'm going to use black soot and lost shadow. And first I'll do black soot. I'm using oxides. Look at that, isn't that cool? And I'm going to move over, add some more with lost shadow. I'll do a few more over here. I've got a couple of distressed mica stains. I've got Fortune Teller and Decayed. And then this new product from Brutus Monroe. It's like a little nail polish bottle. And it's got the little brush so you can splatter without having to get a paintbrush and all that and water and stuff out. So I'm gonna try it out. Remember, ring your bell. Don't shake, shake. Ring your bell. Gotta get all that mica mixed around. And sometimes mine really settles because I store it sitting upright on the shelf. So it really settles. And now we've got Fortune Teller. This is such a pretty color. And then we'll do our Gilded Shimmer Splash. I mean, look how precious this is. And there used to be a company that, gosh, do you remember? They had shimmer stuff, but it was more like a lip gloss type of tube. Was it Queen & Company? I don't know. Everything comes back around, doesn't it? Nothing new under the sun. But this is so cute. And then our ink spray. This bottle is almost empty. But I have another fresh bottle just waiting to get opened. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side to dry. And we're going to start working on our stamped images. You know, there was, I think it was it Mama Elephant that did the Capybras? I don't know. Somebody did. And I almost ordered them. And I'm like, no, stop. Because I know new Brutus Monroe is coming. I love me some Brutus Monroe. And Tim Holtz is still coming. So I had to stop. So I'm going to stamp every single one of these mice out because I'm not sure who or what I'm going to use. And I love them all. And I figure whatever parts I don't use, I'll just put them back in with the stuff and save them for another day. Alrighty, I'm going to start with my little bat mouse, vampire mouse, I guess. And I've got 2 neutral grays here. These are Cali Art markers. I am not a colorist person. I just like to color a little bit. So I'm going to use 2 grays on him. Oh, I didn't pull a pink for any ears, but that's okay. So I'm going to color all 3 of these mices with these 2 grays. So let's start with our lighter gray. When my kids were growing up, I had my own box of crayons they weren't allowed to mess with. And when they would want to sit in color, I would sit in color too, but I didn't share my crayons because I have boys who like to peel them and break the tips off and all that stuff, and it annoyed the crap out of me, so I didn't share. They had their box and I had mine. So we'll do the light gray. Look how cute he is. Oh my gosh. He has little arms. Look at his little arms. Teeny tiny little nugget arms. Oh, Lucky's at the groomer right now.
Aww.
He's way overdue for a haircut. And my son is moving back out in November. And he wants to take Lucky with him. So I've been like, you know what? You got to start paying for stuff then. If you want to take him, then you're going to start taking care of him and stuff. So I'm making him pay for the grooming. And then he needs shots. He's due for rabies and stuff in October. So I'm making him pay for that. But do you think he's brushed him once? Nope. He had so many mats. And I told the groomer, I said, listen, he has all these mats. And I told her exactly why. And she was like, well, you know, good for you. Okay, so I got all the light. Now let's do some dark. Do the base of his ears. Little arms. Little feet. Cute little feet. And I'll just do along the sides a little bit here. And I'll go back in and blend that out. All right, so I'm going to color all these little mices and I'll be back when they're done. These are the images I decided to use. I kept the little bat and little Mousy and the pumpkin, 2 pieces of candy. And this little bat, I did the shimmer water brush on his wings and his tummy. I'm not sure that's really showing up, but it's there. We're going to do a shaker. So I've got some shaker filler. I've got some twine to pull in a little more purple. I have these guys. These are from Michael's. They're a few years old, so we may use one of those. But I'm going to work on my shaker. Tape it down and run it through the die cut machine. Okay, I'll be back with this cut out. All right, so I've got a nice wide frame here. We're going to flip it over and add some acetate. Got my roll of Miracle Tape here. I'll find the end. All right, I think it's time for a little foam. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to being done with this foam. It sucks. All right, I'm going to use the powder tool around the inside edge. And let's start filling her up. Alrighty, so we've got some Brutus Monroe fall sequins. These are from last year. Then we'll add a little Simon Says Stamp Fall Festival from last year. And we'll add a little bit of these iridescent ones. These are just the cheap ones from Joann's in the kids section. They make me happy. A few of these stars from Sizzix. But I want the little ones, I don't want the big ones. I'll get my spoon. I think the bats need to have some stars. And then last but not least, some of this picket fence shaker fill. Now this has jack-o'-lanterns, black sequins, white sequins, purple sequins, and little ghosties and moons. I didn't fill this too heavily because like I said, I don't want to hide my background because I really like the background. I'm gonna put a few more of these iridescent ones in here though, because those aren't gonna hide the background. And here's how that background turned out. Isn't that cool? Oh, I'm so happy with it. Now to glue this down, I'm gonna add Bear Glue because this foam isn't trustworthy. Put this down. Now before I stick this down on the card, I wanna add some twine. And I'm gonna use the purple, black and white. Some more Miracle Tape. I think I'm gonna use a little bat. I'll put him on some foam. And some little black Simon foam squares here. That way he can not have a lump in him for the knot of the twine. He is just precious. There we go. Give him a piece of candy. And I'll use the other Mousy inside since I didn't use her outside. I think we're going to use Bring On the Candy so we can put this other candy up there. And then Happy Haunting with the other Mousy inside. So let's get a scrap of paper. There we go. I think I want to do a few more candies though, since I'm using that sentiment. I'm just going to trim down, Bring On the Candy. There's no die for it, so we're just going to make a little square and then I'll mat it. We're going to mat this on some black glitter. Then we'll add this to the center. Then we'll add our candy pieces. I'm gonna add a little witchy mouse inside. And then stamp Happy Haunting. Alrighty, here's my finished card project. We made shaker. I used a bat stencil for the background, and let me see, this is from Pixbay Studios from last year. Slimline Cauldron of Bat stencil. Did some splatter on that background. We stamped the little bat mouse and the little jack-o'-lantern mouse and the candies. Bring on the candy. And then Happy Haunting on the ends. Pretty simple looking card, right? I just used as many of the stamps as I could. I love it. It's so cute. This was a Stamptember exclusive. I'm not sure if there's any left, but if you like it, go check. Y'all have a lovely day. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.